Hi and welcome to another inbox review. Hopefully this will be of use for some people. This time we're going to be inbox reviewing the Acedemy B-25D Pacific Theatre and 1/48 scale. Nice box art, good start. A few shots around the side there. Some interesting nose art. Pictures of the made up model. Again, there's a picture of some dimensions on the side there, might be useful. So we've got length of the total aircraft, 340 millimeters. Height 110. Doesn't show a wingspan by the looks of things, unfortunately. Cartograph decals, and what's quite nice with this one, hopefully you can see that there, there's masks for the canopy included, so that's quite good. Again, we've got some more pictures around the side there. Get that to focus a bit better. Kit number 12328. So let's get her open. Usual bits of check with parts list before unsealing. I'm not really sure how you can completely check without unsealing, but there we go. We've got one bag, well there's 2, 3, 4 bags plus clear parts. We've got one sprue, 2 sprues in that bag, complete clear set sprues, effectively 2 sprues there for the wings, and then 2 sprues for the main fuselage, horizontal stabilisers and various other internal bits and pieces. Just go there out of the way for a minute. And have a look at what paperwork we've got in here. Guide for beginners, some of the tools you might need for the job. Usual sort of stuff really. And we've got some cartograph decals, we'll have those in a minute. Just going to move the camera down a little bit here. You got to hopefully get a slightly bit of view. We've got 2 manuals and another warning sort of guide. We'll start with the main booklet here. Pretty standard sort of Acedemy booklet. We've got main colour guide here, quite useful. We've got Humbrol, we've got Aquarius, Mr. Hobby, Mr. Colour, Live Colour, Testers, Revel, Vallejo, AK Interactive. So you've got pretty much all the range there, which is great. It's a kind of pull out rather than an actual booklet type really, I suppose. Like most manuals really, it starts with the cockpit call out, the Bombay here, then we're going on to the fuselage and the turret, top turret, nose. Now there is 2 options, I suspect. No, maybe I'm wrong here. It's showing a glass nose here. Although interestingly the box art looked like it was a solid nose, but I could be wrong. And then we go round and we do the tail, the wings, the engine, wheels, bombs for the Bombay. Bombay can be posed open. Pretty straightforward build really. So far so good. Fold that up. Manual 2, which is nice. I've not seen this in an Acedemy boxing before. Obviously we've got here the placement for the masks that they supply, which is great. And we've got some additional bits and pieces here actually, which is interesting. We've got obviously the Bombay Doors showing open, various bits and pieces here, aerials, antennas, propellers going on. Not quite sure that wasn't in the other part. We've also got a sprue call up. It's actually photographs of the parts themselves, which is quite nice. And what's really helpful is a colour call out. Now interestingly, it isn't the solid nose as I first suspected. It is actually the glass nose, but it's obviously been painted over. So there we go. So you've got a reasonably detailed guide there, obviously the colour call outs and decal placement. So that's quite nice. while we've got it, before we check the parts, actually we'll have a quick look at the decals and the masks. Hopefully you can see that there. As always with Cartograph, they look pretty damn good. Beautifully coloured, very glossy, nice looking decals. There's an instrument panel there if you want to go and use that. Possibly not the most detailed I've seen, but again, you know, once it's all closed in the glass, you're probably not going to see that much potentially. And then we've got these masks. I don't know who makes these. There's absolutely no labelling on them whatsoever, but they are, I think they are can't quite tell. Let's see if we can just start to peel one off just to see if it is. I don't think they're like the Tamiya ones where you have to cut them. They definitely look cut. I don't really want to take one off and risk damaging it at the moment, but they definitely look cut, so that's quite handy. Then I'll look at the main fuselage. Now, annoyingly, there we go. I knew I had my knife ready for this. Look at the main fuselage parts first. Now, first impression, it's nice plastic. It's not sort of, it's that quite tough type of plastic, not the sort of flexible, softer plastic that some of these companies make. The detail looks excellent. I'm sure most people possibly already know this. This is the Accurate Miniatures kit, which I think dates around the 2000. But the moulds look like it stood up quite well. We've got some nice, so we've got rivet detailing and recessed panel lines there. Hopefully you can get that in shot. We've got some nice detailed internal parts, wheel hubs, seats, no harnesses, so you'll have to make your own up or buy an aftermarket for that. Ejection pin marks. There are a number of ejection pin marks here over the fuselage, but the main Bombay itself, which is potentially going to have open, doesn't seem to have any. There doesn't seem to be any on the sidewalls. Sidewalls here, where the cockpit's going to go. So hopefully you're never going to see any of those injection pin marks. So you probably don't need to panic too much about cleaning those up if you don't want to. But nice, yeah, looks good. So we've then got our engine components. Again, they all look quite nice actually. Quite a lot of detail in there. We've got them there. Again, we've got the sort of horizontal stabilizer. Again, nicely riveted. Doesn't look too overdone. Recessed and some raised details here. Again, it all looks pretty good. Propellers look nice. There's no horrible sink marks that you sometimes get down in the propeller blades here. Nacelles, again, riveting, and a tiny bit of flash here, but nothing that would be too much of an issue. All looks quite nice. So the clear parts last. Let's do this rather large packet here. Again, we've got some wheels, weight on wheels, which is useful. Sort of bulkhead detail is pretty good. The control columns there for the pilots. Various bits and pieces here for the bomb aimer. That's got some texture to the pad. Sideboard details. It's quite nice here. Bombay Doors. Always nice to see. There's no horrible injection pin marks to worry about cleaning up. Oh, actually, I tell you, there's a slight one in the middle there, but nothing that couldn't be cleaned up quite easily. And again, these I think the Bombay sides. They're all pretty good. Nope, that all looks nice. We've then got bombs, etc. in this one. So there's our bombs there. They all look quite good to me. Again, crisp, fairly crisp plastic. I don't know if there's any dates. I haven't seen a date on any of this. There's not really any flash that I can see on this piece either, so that's nice. And then we've got the rest. There's a machine gun there. Those machine guns here. Bit of flash on those that'll need to be cleaned up, but nothing too bad. And these all look quite nicely detailed here. And these even labelled left and right, quite useful I guess. Maybe there's a subtle difference there, I can't see what it is. But that all looks good. And then what's often quite important is the clear parts. Although we're not going to have the nose exposed, it's still going to be important to have some quite good slippery devils. Instrument panel here is a clear piece, so hopefully potentially you could put the decals behind there, I guess. I don't know, maybe do something with that, could be quite interesting. They're pretty, again, you know, they're not, I don't know, they look pretty good, looks pretty clear. I don't think you can complain too much about that. Again, it's fairly flash free, it's not too thick. It's good. It should be fairly easy to mask. The sort of all pretty good there. Yeah, you can really feel the sort of bits, so you should be able to easily mask that. Even if you didn't have a mask set, I think that would be although it'd be a fairly time-consuming job, it wouldn't be too bad to mask up. I suspect some of these, as you see, there's at least 3 different sort of cockpit glazing, different nose parts, 3 different nose parts. So there's obviously with the different versions here, but it all looks pretty good. I think that's, yeah, quite nice. So we can bring it in a bit closer. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it in focus, make sure it's in focus. Nice. Yep, that's pretty good. Well, it all looks to be a nice little kit. Let's say it's the Accurate Miniatures moulding, which has been around for about 20 years now, I think, but it's still probably by far the best B-25 out there in 148. You can actually pick this up, I think, at quite a good. I picked this up for about 32 quid, I think, off of eBay. And I think it's still out there for around the 35 mark, which, you know, you get quite a lot for your money. You're getting good decals, and obviously the masks are quite handy. I mean, I've not used this type of mask before, but they look quite good. They look like they're properly laser cut, so hopefully they'll work quite well. Revel actually have just done a reboxing of this same kit, I noticed. The Accurate Miniatures one, although you've got to watch it with Revel, because of course they also keep reboxing the old Monogram kit as well. So if you do think about buying the Revel boxing of this, do check carefully which one you're getting. Make sure it's the latest one, which is the Acedemy one. Cool. Well, I hope that helps. Yeah, potentially go and get yourself a bargain if you're into B-25s. Thanks for watching. A quick addition to the video, as I managed to completely forget to check out the wings. Fairly important on an aircraft. 2 sprues, obviously upper and lower. Again, we've got some raised detail, we've got some recessed detail, we've got some lovely riveting detail on these. I don't know how well you can see that here, hopefully. Again, nice, flash free. Hopefully they fit together quite nicely. So upper and lower, but you've just basically got 2 parts of the same. So that's it. That's an add-on to the video. Hopefully people will watch it to the end. Make sure so I haven't missed this. Thanks for watching.